You take that 3D block and you slice it and you get a 2D slice.
Hi, I'm Bruce Gonzales, and I teach geometry and algebraic reasoning here at Legacy of Educational Excellence Co-Teach.
How do I know how much this can hold?
My task, my goal, is to help them achieve their goals. The first day of class, the first thing we always do is write your goal. That in and of itself is a lesson because a lot of them will put 70. And I'm like, why are you only shooting for 70? I want them to shoot higher. And if I can move at least their goal a little bit higher, I think they'll land where they need to. And so starting with the end in mind is super important.
The space that the shape takes up.
Bruce treats everybody the same. He sees them as individuals of value, and he wants to value them and raise them up, help them to get from where they are to where they need to go.
Here we go. Now this is gonna get a little messy, but
it can be pretty difficult. I sometimes jokingly say I'm selling a product that nobody wants sometimes. And so overcoming that barrier, one of my biggest goals is to connect with students, engage them, get to know who they are. As my late co-teacher taught me, to reach the whole student. She would always be like, you are gonna be this. And just, who knows if these kids have ever heard that before, you know? And so inspiring students and leaving that legacy, you know? When I think of Mrs. Marrero and what my teaching style is now that I've adopted from her, it's legacy, which is very appropriate given our school's name. I'll bring in little references that they know, whether it's dances, songs, videos, you know, we really try to get really engaging, interesting songs. So there's kids at the end of the year, again, I start with the end in mind. At the end of the year, we reflect, and a lot of them will, what did you remember most about the class? And usually it's not a formula or a math concept, but it's, hey, when we did this, and this was memorable.
they're the same base, okay? So what do you notice about the bases?
He looks at people where they are. He looks at students, sometimes who have a very low self-esteem, and just feel that they're kind of cast away or not seen, and he raises them up. He raises their understanding of their value as a person, and he wants them to grow to that next level. And so I think that drives everything of who Bruce is and how he interacts with people.
You want to focus on the one thing that people mess up on, not y'all, other people.
One of my biggest things I try to communicate is that I'm on your team. So it's not you versus the teacher, it's you and me versus that goal that you wrote down. That's the thing you're trying to overcome. Because when you succeed, I succeed. Your report card is my report card. And of course, I want you to succeed. I want to succeed.